Welcome to our channel. Hi, this is Saoz, IT specialist and member at Web Development. Today we'll explore into the world of online privacy and how you can stay invisible on the internet. Well, today I'm going to try to give you a realistic look at what it takes to operate anonymously online. Spoiler alert, it's not as easy as putting on a hoodie and using a VPN. Let's get started. So, you want to disappear online, huh? Maybe you're tired of being tracked, or you just want to keep your personal life private. Become a ghost in the machine? It's not as easy as it sounds, but it's definitely possible. Well, buckle up because we're going on a wild ride. This journey will take you through the ins and outs of online anonymity. We'll be looking at the best operating systems for privacy, from Linux distributions to other secure platforms. How to use burner phones like a pro, ensuring your calls and texts can't be traced back to you. And even why Bitcoin isn't as anonymous as you might think. We'll dive into the myths and realities of cryptocurrency privacy. Oh, and did I mention the FBI story? It's a cautionary tale you won't want to miss. Yeah, we've got a real nail-biter for you that proves just how important online privacy is. You'll see why taking these steps is crucial. Stay tuned, it's going to be a wild ride. You won't believe what we uncover. Let's start with the basics, shall we? Understanding the risks of using unsecured Wi-Fi is crucial. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people casually connect to some random public Wi-Fi network like it's nothing. It's so common, yet so risky. Guys, that's like leaving your front door wide open and inviting everyone in. You wouldn't do that at home, right? You have no idea who's running that network or what they're doing with your data. Hackers can easily intercept your information. Invest in a good VPN, or better yet, use your mobile data. These options are much safer and protect your personal information. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Knowing your data is secure allows you to browse without worry. Okay, so I'm going to throw some homework your way, but trust me, it's worth it. One of my all-time favorites is The Art of Invisibility by Kevin Mitnick. Another great read is Privacy is Power by Bruce Schneier. These books are essential reading for anyone serious about their online privacy. Chapter 4. Stay anonymous on the internet. The first rule of thumb is to minimize your digital footprint. That means being mindful of what you share online, from your personal information to your browsing history. Use strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. And for heaven's sake, don't reuse passwords across different websites. Be aware of phishing scams. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Chapter 5. Browser Security Tips. Your web browser is your window to the internet, so it's crucial to keep it secure. First things first, make sure your browser is always up to date. Disable any unnecessary extensions or plugins. Consider using a privacy-focused browser like Firefox or Brave. Clear your browsing history and cookies regularly. Chapter 6. Disable cookies. Cookies are small files that websites store on your computer to track your browsing activity. While not all cookies are bad, it's best to err on the side of caution and disable them altogether. Disabling cookies may break some websites, but it's a small price to pay for increased privacy. Chapter 7. ProxyChains and Tor Demo. Tor, or the Onion Router, is a network of volunteer-run servers that encrypt your internet traffic and bounce it around multiple times, making it incredibly difficult to track. ProxyChains allows you to route your traffic through a chain of proxies, adding an extra layer of obfuscation. In the next chapter, I'll be walking you through a step-by-step guide on how to configure and use ProxyChains and Tor like a pro. Chapter 8. Cautionary FBI Story. A few years back, the FBI busted a massive online drug marketplace. They discovered that the mastermind had slipped up just once, using his real IP address to log into an online forum. That one mistake was all it took for the FBI to track him down and bring the whole operation crashing down. The moral of the story: no matter how careful you are, one small slip-up can be your downfall. Chapter 9. Extended ProxyChains and Tor Guide. First, you'll need to download and install both programs on your computer. Next, you'll need to configure ProxyChains to work with Tor. This involves editing a configuration file and specifying the Tor proxy settings. To test if it's working, you can visit a website that displays your IP address. Chapter 10. More on staying anonymous. Using ProxyChains and Tor is a great start, but it's not a silver bullet. You can use a VPN in conjunction with Tor for an extra layer of encryption. Consider using a privacy-focused operating system like Tails. Avoid logging into any accounts that could reveal your identity, and be careful about the information you share online. Chapter 11. Using Starlink for Internet Access. Starlink is a satellite internet constellation being deployed by SpaceX. Because Starlink is a relatively new technology, it's not as tightly controlled by governments and ISPs as traditional internet service providers. However, it's important to note that Starlink is still subject to the laws of the countries in which it operates. Chapter 12. Top operating systems for privacy. If you're serious about online privacy, you might want to consider switching to a privacy-focused operating system. One of the most popular options is Tails. Another great option is CubesOS. CubesOS uses virtualization to isolate different parts of your digital life. Now let's talk about burner phones. A burner phone is a prepaid mobile phone that you use temporarily and then discard. First, you'll want to buy your burner phone with cash from a store that doesn't require identification. Avoid using your real name or any other identifying information when setting up the phone. Now let's dive into the key differences between VPNs and Tor, two powerful tools for online privacy. VPNs and Tor are both essential for protecting your privacy online, but they operate in fundamentally different ways. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic and routes it through a server in a location of your choosing, masking your IP address and making your online activities more secure. On the other hand, Tor routes your traffic through a network of volunteer-run servers, bouncing it around multiple times to make it incredibly difficult to track, ensuring a higher level of anonymity. If you need true anonymity and want to avoid surveillance, then Tor is the way to go. However, for general privacy and speed, a VPN might be more suitable. One of the best ways to maintain your privacy online is to use separate systems for different online activities. For example, you might have one computer for work, one for personal use, and one for your anonymous online activities. By keeping your different online activities separate, you can make it much more difficult for someone to track your movements online. Now let's talk about email. If you're serious about your privacy, you'll want to use a secure email service that respects your privacy. Some popular options include ProtonMail, Tutanota, and Postio. These services offer end-to-end encryption, ensuring that no one, not even the email provider, can read your emails. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. While Bitcoin transactions are pseudonymous, they can still be traced on the blockchain. Law enforcement agencies are becoming increasingly sophisticated at tracking Bitcoin transactions. For a truly private way to send and receive money online, consider privacy-focused cryptocurrencies like Monero and Zcash. Now let's talk about anti-forensics. Anti-forensics is the practice of using techniques to make it difficult or impossible for someone to recover data from your devices. Techniques include data encryption, data wiping, and steganography. Anti-forensics techniques can be a powerful tool for protecting your privacy. Be aware of the legal implications of using anti-forensics techniques in your jurisdiction. Now, let's talk about search engines. If you're concerned about your privacy, you might want to consider using an alternative search engine that respects your privacy. Some popular options include DuckDuckGo, StartPage, and SeerX. Finally, let's talk about maintaining multiple online identities. One of the best ways to protect your privacy online is to create separate online identities for different activities. You can create separate online identities by using different email addresses, usernames, and passwords. By maintaining multiple online identities, you can make it much more difficult for someone to track your movements and interests online. So there you have it, everyone, a crash course in disappearing online. True online privacy takes work. It's about changing your entire mindset about how you interact with the digital world. Every little step you take to protect your privacy makes a difference. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on online privacy and cybersecurity.